Good morning, legends. You're getting 2 videos 2 days in a row. That is insane for this channel right now. But I just had not even a thought this morning. I had a dream last night. Well, a nightmare and a dream. And the nightmare beforehand brought up something that I've been kind of holding in the back of my head for a long time now. And then the dream that came after it, woke up and I was like, that's annoying, but that's still on my mind. But then I went back to sleep, had an amazing dream, and just kind of put everything into perspective for me. And I got up this morning really thinking about my past as an indie creator and some of the mistakes that I've made over the years. Now, they're countless. I'm 100% self-taught. I've been watching this channel any length of time. You'll know that. Make no secret of it at all. I just got interested in video creation way back in early 2001, 2002. By 2005 I bought my first computer and camera and started learning by simply doing and making mistakes. I've made plenty over the years, but the biggest one I have made so far, there's no comparison to this mistake. When you're learning this stuff, you make mistakes all over the place. It's the only way to learn, is to actually go there, try something, screw it up and try again. But the one massive, huge mistake I made was, and again, it's worrying about what people think about you, to the extent where you allow stuff to happen that you really shouldn't allow to happen. And for me, that was on my last short film, Conclusions. I ran, for that one, the film that you see, if you go and check it out now, it's not the film I wanted to make. It's fairly close, but it's far from it as well. Now, to get that film made, everything before that, you'll see them, there's a YouTube channel now, Coins Age Media, simply Coins Age Media, all 6 little short films are there. There's 7 altogether that I did, but one of them's technically not mine, so it's not included. But Conclusions, everything before it was testing, learning, making mistakes. If you check it out from the very first one, which was, if memory serves, Twilight was the first one. If you watch it and go through them in order up to Conclusions, you'll see the progression of it getting better and better. But for Conclusions, I originally wanted that to be no friends involved in it, and I wanted to get out there, cast a lot of people on it that was acting, doing it, actually doing it. Like everybody that was doing stuff with me prior to that were doing it because they had an interest in it, similar to myself. But this one here, I wanted to get people involved that were actually acting. Now, a little girl, Annie McCarroll, that's in it, she's moved on, she's done some amazing stuff since then. She's turned into a fantastic little actor right now. She is absolutely amazing, but back then she was relatively fresh. But I ran, and this is where the mistake comes in that. I tried to run a crowdfunding campaign to get that off the ground, and the biggest mistake I made of that was trying to please everyone and worrying what people think about me. It goes hand in hand. And I allowed a lot of bad behaviour to happen and caused a lot of trouble for that campaign, simply because I was too afraid to actually stand up and defend myself and the project against some of the bad behaviour that was going on at that stage. So it is what it is. Huge mistakes all along the lines. Like, there's so many people started so much trouble where that film was concerned because of the just what the subject matter of it was, and I allowed it to happen, and it ultimately damaged the campaign while we were running it. And it did not get, gosh, I think I estimated that at, if I was going to pay everybody for what they were doing in that short film, not counting myself as writer, director, editor, it was in the region of £5,000 I would have taken to make that there, and we put that out. I'd only got a couple of £100, and you know, people were convinced, and this goes back to the whole student mentality thing. There was a guy who was 100% convinced that that film could be done for under £100 because he, in his mind, didn't have to spend that sort of money on a short film in university. But he failed to factor into the fact that when he was in university, he had access to all the people, materials that he needed to make the short film. And he came out of university over here somewhere in the ballpark of £14,000–15,000 in debt. So I'm like, you know, you made 2 short films in your time, so, you know, if you just split your tuition down the middle, like, you spent £7,500, if my math's right. I'm terrible at math. But yeah, those 2 short films you made, split that down the centre. You know, you spent more money on those 2 short films than I did, than I estimated for the one. So that's the biggest mistake I made, was to let a lot of bad behaviour happen, and I'm still guilty of it to this day. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening with just simple online creation that is in the same ballpark of messed up behaviour that shouldn't be happening, and I shouldn't be allowing it to happen. But yeah, that's probably a video subject for another time. So that's going to do it, guys. That's the biggest mistake I made as an indie creator so far. So do not, try your hardest not to make the same mistakes I did.